It's me, Michael C., source of life over the mic. My guest and I will share our stories and experiences. Now on the show today we have Mr. Keenan Wade. And we're going to talk about education, how it feels to be a black male in education, and a lot more. Sit back and relax. We got a good one for you. Season 5 premiere. You already know what time it is. Let's go get them. Ha ha! We're back! We're back! Season 5, you already know who it is. Michael C., source of life, over the mic. Sit back and relax, y'all. I got a special guest. This guy, black man, my man's educated. When it comes down to when I was at Melrose, he held it down with me. When it comes down to the kids, he showed them nothing but love. I want to introduce to you my main man, Mr. Keenan Wade. What's good with you, guy? Welcome to the Skyboxx.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm excited.
No doubt, my man, no doubt. So we've been talking about education here for a while on season 4, and I'm gonna keep it going on season 5 a little bit here, okay? So let's go down. How long have you been teaching?
So I've been in the education field for 9 years, and I've been in public education for only 5. So I'm still fresh with public schools.
So what are you currently?
I'm currently teaching English language development, formerly known as ESL.
All right. Where are you teaching at?
I'm teaching at the marvelous Melrose School, the home of the Mustangs, the best school in the world.
Stand up, Mustangs. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. Let's get into some challenges now.
Okay.
All right. What were some challenges that you experienced during your teaching career?
I think starting my first year in public school in Harrisburg in January. So the school year is almost halfway over. Coming in, learning a new system, and the lack of support that I had from colleagues made it really challenging.
Right.
So you had to do a lot of self-reflection, soul searching, and discovering how to make it work. And I find people here.
Like, let me ask you this question real off base. As a black man, did you even want to take that even one step further, like they were holding me back kind of thing?
So coming into a situation where you're the only person of color on your team and you're educating 88 to 100 kids that look like you and the other people can't relate, yes, it's hard. It's kind of holding you back because you're trying to help them relate to the kids and they can't, and they don't want to hear you because they didn't trust my judgment. I'm new. I don't know if it wasn't any racial thing, I don't think, but I think me being fresh and new, they didn't want to hear new ideas.
But then it's actually on the other side, you're actually winning in that sense, because now if you're teaching someone that looks like me, I think I'm the person that they can relate to. We can go from there. I mean, that kid is possibly going to gravitate to you before they would gravitate to them.
I agree.
Yeah. All right. What do you feel our kids get? Why do you think that they get the wrong end of the stick? And as an educator,
I think
we can close that gap.
I think it goes back to education programs. We don't send teachers out new teachers out into the world prepared to teach brown and black children. We're still teaching them how to teach students. Like, the education system hasn't changed in hundreds of years. We're still teaching them how to educate in that manner. So until we actually give them the resources about trauma, culturally responsive pedagogy, they'll never be able to educate and relate to the kids because they don't know. A lot of times our teachers don't come from situations or backgrounds like our students. So then in the classroom, it transforms into a problem because they're not understanding like the cultural norms of our students. So then they think they're being disrespectful and they're not. It's just like a snowball effect.
Right. How do you educate the teacher then?
I think sometimes it's up to the teacher. You have to go out into the community in which you teach, get to know the student, the parent. Like, once you make those connections, you learn more about the students that you work with. Like, you learn about their culture, you learned about just so many small things that you wouldn't think about, or you think that's disrespectful, but it's really not in their culture.
Right, I would agree. As a black male educator, explain some obstacles that you face in every day in education.
I read an article in 2021. First and foremost, it's a female-led or dominated field, and there's only 2% of teachers are black males. So I'm already in black,
Right.
I'm a male. When you add my sexuality to it, so I'm a trifecta.
Right.
So there's a lot of different pieces that work against me.
Mm-hmm. Does that really, let's say with that trifecta, does that perturb you anyway?
No, because I think I can run with the best of them.
There you go.
So, and I can hold my own in the classroom.
There you go. There you go. All right, let me ask you about this. What improvements would you make in education if you were the head of education?
If I was the head of education, I think I would make it mandatory to actually put in more responsive pedagogy. Learn what that is. How can you be culturally responsive? Like, I think in the last few years, we've gotten more authors in literature about like children's books with students or written by people that are brown and black or, like the BIPOC community. And teachers can use those in their classroom. Just learning about their students, I think that's important. Another thing I would change is funding. So many teachers are so underfunded. Schools are underfunded, so they don't have the materials for the students to have an engaging education. So a lot of times you go without, or you spend your own money to do it because you're there for the kid.
Right. We're going to go with one thing that is one big subject that has been talked about since the pandemic. I mean, it's really been out there more or less, mental health.
I think mental health is a big thing, and I think the pandemic has played a role with a lot of people, teachers and students alike. Like, I know that I have social anxiety, and I think it's gotten worse since being in the house for 2 years, like not being around people and being like, it's like solitude and like working your way back into crowd. Like even in school, you see kids are kind of like, oh no, you don't have a mask or you can't be this close. So like trying to like retrain them to like be around people and to be around people.
Right.
So I think I think being by yourself for too long, it leaves you with your thoughts.
It does.
It does.
It does. We're gonna walk through the school year, okay?
Mm-hmm.
How's your mental health at the beginning of the school year?
I think in the beginning of the school year, my mental health is like, it's good. I'm like, I'm ready to go. Let's get it. By the middle of the year, I'm like, I need a break. I'm crying. I need it. And then I'm still working on the end of the year.
The end of the year. I think the end of the year is almost like, ooh, there's a light. Let's go to it now at this point.
Right.
We're already halfway there. Why do I want to turn back? I'm here, so let's go.
And I think for me, like I'm a little neurotic at the end of the year because like you think about everything you need to get done, and I'm like, oh no, it's like I'm very type A when it comes to getting things done, like paperwork. So I'm like, oh no, I get here at 7:15. I'll stay to 6 o'clock every night to get my stuff done, and I try to get my colleagues to do it. They're like, Keenan, you're crazy.
Right.
I'm like, no, we want to get this done.
There you go. There you go. I got 2 more questions, and we're gonna ride out.
All right.
Who impacts you the most in education?
I'm gonna give out some shout outs from the district. Like, I want to give a shout out to Lisa Minigat. She took a chance on a little black boy from Hagerstown, Maryland. Never taught in a public school before. Gave me my start in Harrisburg. Another shout out, Dr. Jamie Foster, Miss Kathy Alston, and Mrs. Pia Peterson. They've taken so many chances with me and my team this year. Like, we come up with co-teaching and different ideas we throw at them, and they're gun-ho and they're ready to go. And I think that's why Melrose works and we've worked.
There it is. There it is.
And I would also say every teacher that I've had has influenced me some way or in some shape. Like because of you, I'm here.
There you go. There you go. All right, we got one more and we're going to ride out.
All right.
Where do you see yourself in 1 year?
1 year I'll still be teaching EL.
There you go. 5 years.
5 years, I would like to be back into a program doing educational leadership, maybe heading down to like supervisory one day.
There you go.
So getting another master's.
There you go. All right. You got any shout out?
I'm just going to shout out my ELD team, my mom, my family, everyone that's helped me get here where I'm at, because without you, I wouldn't be here.
I know that's right. You already know what me. You already know who it is. Micheal. You already know who it is, my love. You already know who it is. But if you have any thoughts, questions, or concerns, hit me up at the number one, SkyBoxx at gmail.com. If you're on your favorite podcast or YouTube, all you have to do is search SkyBoxx. And remember, hit that like and subscribe button. It's only $3.99. And also remember, you can go to Facebook. All you have to do is search me, Micheal C. or Micheal Curtis, Micheal Curtis. Again, if you want to go to Instagram, all you have to do is search at SkyBoxx. Again, I want to thank Mr. Keenan Wade for giving us all his insight about education and a lot more. And I am Micheal C., the source of life, over the mic. And also remember, be good to yourself, y'all. thanks for watching the Skybox. And click one of these 3 videos that relate to the Skybox. And also remember, be good to yourself, y'all.